I was literally just about to hit the record button. Actually, technically, I literally just did. And a creeper just shows up out of nowhere. Out of here. I'm trying to record. You rude son of a bitch. Anyways, yeah, I got the exterior of this thing done, and also much more than that. I kind of went a bit crazy on the building, and I will show you everything, and then we will be able to get on to the next part. So this is the exterior. I got this really awesome crane idea. It came to my head one day, and I was like, this is what we're doing. So I mocked up a template in a creative world, and then built it. And one of the interesting things is you can see that there's actually water dripping from the bottom of this pallet here, and that's because there is a waterlogged stair. You can barely see the water there behind the chest. That is what allows the water to drip, and it just kind of makes it look alive. You know, it looks like I just lifted this out of the water and it's still dripping, which is really cool, and I love that. Um, so yeah, I had to remove some of the mountain. I didn't really want to, but I had to because that's how this just works. So you can see around the back here, there's a little bit of a roof section. It forms really nicely into the cliff though, and I'm thinking now that I have that built, I kind of want to maybe make this front section of the base here where these stairs are, maybe a bit more of a formal kind of wall with a staircase on it kind of thing. Because I feel like it would just fit better if maybe like if that was like a small tower and then this was like a rampway, you know, it would just feel like it would link together better with the whole concept. Um, but let's head on inside here, and I've got a door down here. In the future, there will be a pathway leading over here so you can get from this stairs to here. But for now, you just gotta walk through the water a bit. But you can come in this door, and we're inside. And you can see here, I've got all kinds of light and stuff. The whole place is spawn-proofed once again, and all the blocks are down. This room is fundamentally finished. I don't have to do anything about it anymore, ever again. But you can see all of the stuffs. We've got crimson wood for the roof because I feel like that works best, and there's a bit of basalt there for trimming. This is what the entrance looks like from this side. It's really hard to get a good angle because there's a lot of pillars in the way. But if we come over here, you can see I've kind of got a similar yet different design on this side. It's just so you can tell the difference, and also this entrance needs to be less grand than the main one. We've got this sewer down here, and I will show you that later. Well, actually, I may as well show you now. It doesn't really go very far, but it does go somewhere, and we will get back to that place later. But anyways, back here at the back room, we've got these little water canals, thingy-majiggers. They actually connect to the main ocean. So technically this is ocean water inside of these things, which is really cool. And here is this weird room. I have no idea what it's for. It's just kind of like a hallway room because there's going to be rooms on all sides. This goes back to the house, and it actually does link up. If I run down here, up this staircase, you come out here in the hallway, and this will then link back up to the main house, which is just up this ladder. So that's really nice to have that, and it also makes it really easy because if I want to get from my house to where I'm building during the nighttime, I can take this passageway, and it is totally safe from mobs. I don't have to worry about creepers sneaking up on me like that one did during the intro of this section. We've got this railway, and that will also be explained in the future. And we've also got this big chasm here that I spent like 5 hours lighting up. It is absolutely enormous. This side is kind of small, but this way there is another chasm that intersects going that way, and there's like a burnt mine shaft because there was lava and it burnt up a lot of the wood. It's kind of nuts, and I haven't even barely begun exploring the mine shaft yet, so that's going to be a good resource location. But this section here is going to be where the villager trading hall is. And I don't remember if I said it, but actually I did say it. I definitely did say it. This entire area is just for villagers. The idea is we're going to bring them in through the river from the ocean into here, and the villagers will be escorted through this sewer tunnel here to the drop-off point. And the drop-off point is through this room to the right here. And you can see that's the sewer pipe. And I've got this really cool tiered room. You can get a better angle of it from like over here, but there is a way down right here if I need to access things. You can't actually get up here unless you come down from the tube. But you can kind of see the idea here is I'll ride the boat onto that tube, and there are 7 blocks of water that are, moving, so I can get out of the boat, break it, and the villager will just come down here, and he will be funneled into this shaft trough thing, and through there. villagers will fall into that shaft, they will drop into the minecart pickup section, and they will be arrived down here at the bottom. And they will land on this pressure plate, and that will trigger this redstone, which will dispense a minecart, plop it here, and then the minecart will go. When the minecart rounds this corner, its hitbox will clip in, and it will pick up a villager. So every time a villager falls down here, it just immediately gets put into a minecart. And I've tested this track, so I know it works with the loaded cart. The cart will make its way all the way up through here, through this gate, across this rail, which has this honey, which I found the honey actually makes a really interesting like caution kind of texture. I wanted to do like yellow and black wool, but I don't have sheep readily available for wool harvesting. And also I had a lot of this block and it looks good, so I chose it. But the idea is that the villagers will come through here and they will just automatically get dumped into the villager trading hall into a room where I can then assign them a job and then zombify them and all that good stuff. And now the idea in the future is to have another pipe coming out of one of these other walls, maybe that one, maybe over there, I don't know. But that will lead to a villager breeder, and that will basically pump out villagers that will feed into here that will automatically go into the system. So the idea basically is I get villagers, villagers breed, villagers automatically make kids, and the kids automatically grow up and automatically go into the system. It is perfect, but the problem is it's taking a very long time. It's been like 2 weeks since I started this episode. I've just been planning and building and digging and mining and gathering materials, and I'm literally out of iron. Like, this is all I have for iron. So I'm gonna have to do more iron mining. It's kind of crazy, but we have a lot of powdered snow now because it's raining a lot on this world. So there are some upsides to this project, but it's gonna turn into quite the mega episode here. But I'm all for it because it's looking really good, and it's a lot of fun. So the next step would be, in the process of things, I need to do the villager breeder and the trading hall. The trading hall will be the easy part because that's just placing blocks, and the villager breeder might be the harder part because I actually have to bring villagers in for that. Alright, so everything is prepared and ready to go. This is our very temporary looking villager trading hall room. Of course, it's going to be detailed a lot more, and half of it isn't even done yet. But this side is all set up, and that's really the only thing we need. So I figured before we actually start moving any villagers, I'll just show you guys how things are going to go. So I've got 10 villagers at the desert village across the ocean, all boated up and ready to go, and they're locked away so they can't get hurt. So we're going to sail them down the river, and we're going to drop them off right here. And I've got this door which is super secure, and I've got this really interesting system that I definitely invented on my own. I'm sure nobody else has ever done this ever before. But I pull this lever, and the villager can now see this. Ignore the zombies. The villager can now see this composter, and so the villager will walk from here over to here, and then I can just pull the lever and lock them in. And then basically, there's a whole bunch of systems, more composters along the way as you go through this tunnel. It is sealed off completely. It's a natural cave. So yeah, they'll follow the composters as you flick them over. And I have this path here, but the villagers will go up here. There's another composter. And this is where the magic happens. I will come across, the villager will be here, basically. I will cross to this area and flip this and open this trapdoor, and the villager will walk and fall, and that is the villager breeder right down there. And this is my growth tube, as I call it. Basically, when the villagers create babies, they will fall in here, and they will sit right in that space there. When they grow up, they will become 2 blocks tall, their head will officially be in the water, and they will swim up. And this doesn't work, because I'm so smart. There. So once they grow up, they will come into this water, and that will push them down that hole there. And that goes to the sewer system that I showed you previously, which is right here. They will fall out of the roof right in this spot, and that will lead them into this water, and they will get pushed down here, and then they'll fall into here, and they will fall into here, and then they will fall into this trench and through that exit there. That is the minecart system room, and that minecart system is right through here, and I had to make some modifications to the design I had because it didn't quite work with the layout that I wanted. But this works. The villagers will basically just fall down here. They'll land on the pressure plate, which will instantly fire a dispenser, which will instantly put them into a minecart like this. They'll take maybe a little bit of damage, but that's not important. But this minecart will take them all the way up and around and into this system. Right now, of course, I have it just set to not do anything. Oh, there's also 2 minecarts. I don't know why 2 minecarts sometimes fire. Maybe it's because of the pressure plate. I don't know. It's probably because of that pressure plate, but I've tested it with villagers and it doesn't do 2 minecarts. So it's kind of a weird bug with the player that doesn't happen with the villager. But anyways, yeah. So basically, they will come through here. This just prevents stuff from getting through that doesn't want to. I have this lever here which allows me to switch the direction that I want the villagers to go. We're going to send them all this way for now. And then back here, we have a bunch of levers. And basically, if I want a villager to go into a slot, I just pull a lever. So let's say we need one in slot 3. That puts the villager into slot 3. And if you look through here, you can see right there, that activator rail is on, which will eject the villager, and they will fall from that space here into this hole, and they will stay here. And they can't get out because of this trapdoor, and we will put whatever block we need to trade with them right there. And then also, we have these levers in front of their places, and if I pull the lever, that drops the block they're standing on down. They still can't jump out because they don't see this as a valid space to walk to, but there will be a zombie in that pit down there. He'll be able to walk back and forth, and when they're in the pit, they'll be able to be turned. We have to lure a zombie down here, but I have this nice trapdoor system. I'll lure a zombie, walk over here, flip trapdoor, zombie will fall down. Super simple. But yeah, the zombie will live down here, and when the piston gets dropped, they'll be able to convert the villagers. So that's all really nice and handy to have. The only problem is getting out of here is a pain in my patuckus. Yeah. It's okay, I'll get this eventually, guys. I don't need help, I swear. Alright. Let's go and grab some villagers. Alright, and here we are at the village. It's a long trip, and unfortunately the sun is about to set, but I think we'll be able to get out of here just in time. You can already hear them. And I have them parked up really nice as well. Look at this. It's like the most perfect parking job you've ever seen. Also, there's a golem there. Yeah, look at how nice and lined up these guys are. I did a really good parking job with this. Alright, but we need to grab one and get out of here before the sun gets too low. We'll start with you. Cover this back up. Let's get out of here. You know, I gotta say, the dock looks really good from this angle. The way the gate here just kind of welcomes you in, perfect. But it's also not spawn-proofed, so I really hope that we don't get destroyed by some passing skeletons or zombies. It's honestly really risky doing this at night. Alright, and we're safe. It is impossible for a zombie to get back here, as far as I'm aware. So you can stay there for a bit while I sleep. Alright, time to take you to your final destination, sir. Wait, where are you going? You're going the wrong... Oh no, is he gonna take one of these? Oh, he is. Get... You're going the very wrong way, sir. I need you to go this way. Alright, again. There we go. Alright, now come this way. Yes. This is working almost perfectly. Now come this way. Perfect. Now come this way. Now, here. Here. Oh, he sees it. Here. Perfect. I can't believe how well that worked first time. He is in there solid. That worked exactly the way I wanted it to. There he is. Now we just need one more and they'll start breeding, which is perfect. Alright, we're back for villager number 2, and I really, really hope that there aren't any zombies here. But they should have all despawned by now, right? If there were any. And there we go. Close you back up. We're going to leave the other 8 villagers in there for now. We might bring them over to our base later just for easy's sake. Well, we may as well just to, you know, use the system. But, we only really needed 2. Oh, there's an Enderman there. You're fine with just waiting for a second, right? I don't normally do this, but we do need ender pearls eventually. So, there, that'll work. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He was behind the tree. Come at me, bitch. Look at that crit kill. Alright, we got a pearl. That's what I like to see. I don't know when we'll go to the end in this world, but it'll happen eventually, I assure you. I really want to get some wings eventually. But there's also, you know, end stone bricks are really cool looking. Chorus fruit's fun. And the Enderman farm for experience. That's definitely on the list of things I want to get done. I've already actually, in my test world, I've got a design picked that I want to build for Enderman farm when we get there. But we're obviously nowhere near that point yet. Thunderstorm, I think. Fuck. This could actually be really, really bad. If this is a thunderstorm and not just a regular rainstorm, the villager could get struck by lightning and turn into a witch in the middle of the ocean. Let's just hope that this is not a thunderstorm. Alright, well, it looks like we made it in one piece. No lightning, luckily. It could have been a disaster. But we made it in one piece. Well, where do you think you're going, dude? Slow down. You already over here? Perfect, I can just flip this one. And there. Thank you, game. Alright, we've got our 2 villagers. I'm going to leave the piston setups there, of course, because if we need them in the future, I don't want to, you know, accidentally lose them. Now we just need to give these guys food, and they will produce a baby. Alright, so I've got some potatoes to throw into the potato hole. Hopefully these will land. Have some potatoes. I hear them juggling them around. There are hearts? There's hearts? Do we have a baby? Give me the baby. Where's the baby? There we go. We've got our first baby villager. And so now you can see how the system is actually going to work. This villager will stay here until it grows up, and then it will instinctively swim. Perfect. And I don't know exactly how villager breeding works, so I'm sure there's a cooldown, so we'll have to wait. I don't know if they have enough to make... I don't know if they have enough potatoes, specifically, to make another baby. But if they do, they will, and if they don't, then they won't. I want to go and grab another villager from the village, because I want to maybe start some of the trading up now, rather than waiting for the babies to grow up. So we're going to grab one, and we're going to shove him straight into the system, instead of putting him in the breeder this time. It should be a very simple process, probably even easier than it was to get them into the breeder. So I will be right back with another villager. Alright, I've got the villager. This camera angle is really hard to drive with, so we'll get out of that. But we need to take the villager through here this time, because those zombies are like, there's like a cave somewhere near here, right through the wall, and it scares me. I know they're not able to get here, but it's still always on my mind. Alright. You are free, and now I need you to go this way, sir. Alright, he's going. Let's come around quickly and see if we can catch him. No, what are you doing? There you go. I was about to say, you're about to ruin everything. Alright, he's gonna go in. Perfect. And now he's gonna get picked up by a minecart. He's gonna come zooming around the corner, and I need to prepare a slot for him. Jesus Christ. Slot 1. He'll be up here any second. Here he comes. I bumped into him. No! No! Oh my god, game. Oh, fucking hell. Look what you've done. You better be disappointed in yourself. My fucking god. These villagers! They ruin everything. It was so perfect, and then you had to just... Ugh. Ugh. You ugh me. Go. Get out of here. Be gone. We don't serve your kind here. Now I'm gonna miss the drop. I'm not gonna be there. You're in slot number 1, right? Wait. There. Minecart was stuck for some reason. Alright. So we have the first villager in. Woo! Jesus Christ. Alright, you can stay there for a bit. I need to go and put these back in the system. So yeah, that's why the caution stripes are there. Because if they weren't there, then people would get in the way. And obviously, when people get in the way, this entire thing breaks. It's literally the most fragile system in the world. But that does also remind me that I need to take a bit more of minecart track and extend the route a little bit further, because as you saw what happened, well, I don't know if you understood what happened, but the cart came up here, dropped the villager, hit the end, bounced back, and picked up the villager again before it could fall into the hole. So what we need to do is we need to continue the minecart track forwards a little bit longer, so that any minecarts that make it all the way through, as they should, will just stop. So we don't want them to go any farther, because that breaks the system, obviously. So we want to continue this track, and the empty minecarts will get spat out here for now. Of course, in the future, we will have an automatic return system that will just put the minecarts back into the system. But for now, they will just end here. There. That'll work for now. It's really ugly, honestly, but it works. In fact, we could do this. That's even more ugly, but it works even more. So now the minecarts will just get yeeted off the end of this. So yeah, that'll be nice. Alright, but we have our first villager in the system. We have a baby that's still growing up. As long as we're in our base, the baby should eventually make its way through the system, which is actually really convenient. Let's go check on it to make sure it's alright, though, just in case. I hear him. He's still chilling down here. There's 2 of them now! Oh my god. Okay. That's business. That's actually kind of crazy that there's 2 of them, but that does pose a problem that I hadn't solved yet, but we're going to solve in the future. We need some kind of detection system or maybe like just a loop feedback. I don't know what the word would be for it, but we need some kind of system that determines how many villagers we have, so that we can get both of them in here at the same time. Because right now the way it's set up, we can't do this. Only we need one of these to be active at a time, and preferably when a villager comes through here, it will turn this off so the next one can go on. So yeah, but the way it is right now, both of the villagers are going to end up in this spot, and that's not good, obviously. But we will fix that and do a couple other things in the next episode. This was a really long one. I don't know how long it'll turn out to be in the edit, but it's been like 2 weeks since I started this episode, and it needs to come out. It needs to come out. So I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.